Dale, any update on Michael Northwood?
It's day-to-day right now, lower body. We don't know.
How devastating was that at first, and then how great was it to see Brave healthy?
Yeah, it's we got one going down already, and then another one goes down. It's one of those things that sports just stupid happens like that, and we hope he come in and play great for us.
Did you see the cap shift into a little bit of a different gear, up the intensity a little bit when Michael came out hurt? It looked like the hitting picked up, and obviously scored really well.
Mm-hmm. Well, definitely the intensity of the game was pretty high tonight overall. I think it wasn't sitting back and playing a trap game. There was a lot of big hits on both sides, I thought, tonight.
Have you guys pondered the possibility of not having Michael for quite some time?
We don't know. It's going to be. We don't know nothing. It's day to day right now.
Coach, you made some adjustments after the first period. You switch your centers up in your lines and the D pairs.
Yeah, just
the matchups.
We switched up a little bit, just the matchups. What we were seeing.
How often do you watch the scoreboard when you see this situation, and how do you adjust the game, if in any way at all?
I didn't know that Philly came back. I know it was 1-0, but I didn't know why the fans were cheering. I didn't look up. I was watching the game.
So it wasn't until after the game that you found out? How does it make you feel to finally clinch a spot?
It's been a battle. You guys know it's been around here. It's through Mickey's injuries and stuff. The guys battled through it, and Greeny being out too, and different times, and now goalies going down, and a lot of controversy, but it made people stronger. It made people stand up. Like you get the Matty Peros and the Orloffs, and these young guys come in and play well for us. So that's what you need.
What can you say about Braden coming in this tough spot like that? I mean, he's been in some tough ones before, but obviously this one a little bigger.
Yeah, it's a tough spot, but I think anybody that played the game always wants to be in that tough spot. So I think he rallied to it and came out and did what he had to do to win.
So do you have a show of hands to see who wants to be the goalie if anything happens? How do you figure that out?
I have no idea. Whoever played goal in Might Hockey, I guess.
I'm available if the situation.
Okay, perfect.
Can you talk about doing the little things tonight? You guys out-hit them by a lot and blocked tons of shots.
Yeah, you can see that we were intense. We wanted the game, and we were going to do what it took to win. But it was a high-intense game. They came hard too and forechecked hard. So in one of those games, we had to sacrifice our body, and all the guys did. They sacrificed to win, and that's what you need to win. And we got a lot of character in the room, and that's how we won tonight, through the character of the guys.
How important is winning the Southeast Division to you now?
That's always important. You always want to finish as high as you can, so it's really important. So we're going to go out there and bust our tails again.
Considering the way this team is played at home, is that home ice significant?
Well, it always is. It's like around the whole league, everybody plays better at home. So, we're going to battle. New York's a good team, and they're battling for first overall. So it's going to be another one of these games again. It's going to be blocking shots and hitting and going in that hard.
Given the focus on Brooks Light's comments yesterday, I mean, did that goal provide an extra lift at all when he scores that to make it 3-0?
Oh yeah, it's when we said that we're going to make the playoffs. It's that's the way you got to. We're positive. We're going to do it. That's all.
Is that what you want from your players? That kind of like.
Oh yeah, we're going to do it. It's like it's not like a surprise. It's a matter of fact.
We've heard Game 7 atmosphere thrown around for a little while now, but tonight it was really do or die. Did you feel a different energy from the bench tonight? I think I saw Brooks' leg make a free-forward tackle at one point. Did you feel like there was?
Well, the guys were doing everything they could do it. They'll be pretty tired tonight after the game. They left everything out there, and that's what winning teams do.
Can you talk about putting Carlson and Alsner back together and how you thought they did tonight?
Well, they did good. Put them back together. Just again, it's just a feel thing, and they played well together, and I thought the D played very well tonight.
Same with the Beagle line. That line was out there every time that they're prestige.
Well, that's a very good line there. And the checking line we put against them, and when the checking line scores, that's even a plus for the team against their top.
Can that line be just as important as the top line in a playoff series?
Oh, it is. It's key. Like tonight, they were trying to change on the fly to get away from them. So that's how effective they were. That's always a good sign that the checking line is doing a great job.
All right, thank you.
Thanks, Coach.